The NASCAR playoffs are on the horizon, especially for the youngsters, the future stars of NASCAR. The NASCAR Xfinity Series, of course, championship weekend coming to Phoenix Raceway in November to crown 4 champions in 3 days. This is the Inside Lane. I am your host, Devon Henry, and joining us on the Inside Lane is one of those Xfinity hopefully championship hopefuls as the playoffs draw near. He is a United States Pro Kart Series champion, the 2017 Bojangles Summer Shootout Series champion, and a 2-time ARCA East champion. Driver of the JR Motorsports #1 Chevy Camaro from Franklin, Wisconsin, it's Sam Mayer. Sam, thanks for joining me.
It's great, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. The weather is, maybe lovely is a strong word here in Arizona, but it's definitely going to be once you guys get here for championship weekend. And right now you look like one of the guys who might be able to fight their way into that championship 4, but it is a long road to get here to Phoenix. And this past weekend was the last off weekend of the entire season for you guys. What did you do? Did you get to finally kind of relax, or is it kind of got to go out, maybe do some fishing, some wakeboarding? What were you doing?
Yeah, certainly. I love doing activities outside the racetrack. Just anything athletic is something I really enjoy. But I really did take this off weekend to just relax and do absolutely nothing. It was amazing to do. It was definitely a relieving thing. Getting ready for the playoffs. Obviously, you have to be full batteries charged, everything ready to go. And I used that off week to certainly do that. And I'm really looking forward to the playoffs. Obviously. They're coming right around the corner, and we're already talking about championship week, which is absolutely crazy. This year has certainly flown by so fast, but it's been amazing.
And you have a little bit of experience at Phoenix Raceway in a few different ARCA series, really, when you were racing for GMS. And I know that for every driver, it's a little bit of a relief off your shoulders when you have what you're doing next year already locked up. You had the news last week that you have re-signed with JR Motorsports for another year in 2023. What has that meant to you to have that done, and also to be driving for Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the Xfinity Series and hunt for that championship in top-tier equipment?
Certainly, like you said, the top tier equipment. That's what the name of the game is. Especially an organization such as JR Motorsports is on their A game right now, to say the least. And it's been definitely a fun last couple of weeks, and this entire year has been certainly amazing. And driving for the boss man himself, Dale Jr. He's definitely one of a kind. He's tons of fun. He's super humble, and he helps me out if I ever ask him for anything. So it's definitely a good organization. It's a nice family type organization that really gives a good vibe inside the house, and all the people work there are friends outside the shop and outside the racetrack. So everyone gets along really well. It certainly is one big happy family, and that's the way you put good race cars on the racetrack. So having a boss like Dale Jr. can certainly help with that.
You were a part of this organization 1 year ago on a part-time basis, teammates with your other late model teammate Josh Berry, although you guys aren't the same age in that kind of age bracket, but now they're able to finally have that full-time seat here in 2022. What is different about Sam Mayer from 1 year ago to what you're doing now hunting for that championship?
There is literally a night and day difference in just myself as a person, as a race car driver, anything. So doing these interviews such as this is like my professionalism, if you want to call it that, is certainly a lot higher. Even though I still like to be a goofball at the racetrack and in these things, that's just my personality, but I do a much better job of portraying it the right way now. And that then goes on to the racetrack. I make way less mistakes. I am way more conscious about what I'm doing and how I'm driving. And it's definitely the fruit of the labor has been better finishes and solid point season so far. So certainly as development wise, I've developed quite a bit on track and off the track. And it certainly has been a long journey, and there's still a much longer journey ahead of me, but I'm definitely looking forward to it because I have such good people behind me.
And with these people, and this #1 team specifically, you guys have been able to rack up a number of top fives, one of the most teams with top fives that have yet to visit victory lane yet. So as the playoffs draw near, it looks like you're going to be able to point your way in at the very least. But what is it going to take for this #1 team to finally break through and get yourself into Xfinity Series victory lane?
Yeah, certainly that's priority one right now, is to get that win and get that thing off my back. Because everyone keeps saying, once you get that first one, they're gonna come in like rain. So it's gonna be certainly amazing once we get that figured out. But I've been having so much fun with it, especially the last couple of weeks, grinding, trying to get better, trying to learn more, get ready for the playoffs. that I can definitely feel it coming. A lot of people have said, "Oh, I've had dreams that you won. Like, wait, it's coming. I promise you." I'm like, I certainly feel it too. So I'm really looking forward to getting that first win. Obviously, anybody is, but certainly in this situation, getting that first win is definitely huge, especially going into the playoffs when you need to have your momentum going on full stride.
And I mentioned at the start of this about the Bojangles Shootout Series Championship, and that was back in 2017, Legends Cars. That really wasn't that long ago. And now you're going to be entering your second full-time season with JR Motorsports next year. You have really been propelling yourself up the ladder at this wild rate of speed. Have you been able to slow down a little bit and kind of look back? And I mean, what you're doing is pretty incredible with how fast you've been climbing up the ladder. You're one tier away from that NASCAR Cup Series, and you're running Legends cars just a few years ago.
It certainly is weird to think of it like that, because in the span of my lifetime, in my 19 years, that certainly is not a lot of time. So it's been an amazing journey. I'm so grateful and blessed to be here, obviously, in this opportunity, and for all the people that have helped me get here. Certainly is definitely a huge help to my career and my success, and I can't thank everyone enough for it. But certainly, like, going into the Xfinity Series full time, especially after signing a couple weeks ago and announcing it last week, it certainly has been just a good last couple of weeks, and that's kind of been my time to kind of reflect on what I've had in my career and the opportunities that I've been given, and it's been amazing just to look back on and look forward to in the future as well.
And before I let you go, I mean, specifically us on the West Coast, we've seen you quite a bit, whether it would have been in the ARCA West Series, racing ARCA, in the Truck Series, and Xfinity now. We've seen you a lot. People are starting to see you more. Your name is getting out there. You talked a little bit about like what you like to do. You're a bit of a goofball. But well, for the people who don't know Sam Mayer away from the racetrack, who are you when you're not in the race car, not the racetrack, and you're able to kind of just be yourself? What are the hobbies? What are you passionate about away from racing?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly am a little kid still inside, really. I have to be super professional, or at least as much as I can during these interviews and at the racetrack. I try my best, but the kid in me still comes out every now and then. So when I'm away from the racetrack, I like to be a full-on kid. I like to go swimming in the pool. I love playing video games like every other 19-year-old boy. Like, I'm just a normal kid outside the racetrack, really. I just have that extra side of me that just gets to go racing every weekend and has that opportunity. But I love to play video games, go in the pool swimming, and just golf even. Like, I love to do literally anything athletic or video games. That's pretty much what my life consists of.
All right, so tell me the video games. What are you on right now, video game wise?
Literally last night I played a game called Valorant. It's a first-person shooter type game. I've been playing it for about a year now already, so I've had quite a bit of experience with it. Obviously, Fortnite is another big one that everyone knows. So there's two really big ones that I like to play a lot.
Well, Sam, it's been fun getting to see you go up the ladder, get to know you a little bit better, and of course, congratulations signing another contract with JR Motorsports. Be back next year, but I'm sure what you're really focused on is hopefully seeing us here at Phoenix Raceway fighting for that championship in the championship four. So until then, Sam, best of luck to you. Hope to see you racing for that championship here in Phoenix.
Absolutely, I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
This is The Inside Lane. Be sure to stick around on sports360az.com for everything going on as we get ready for NASCAR Championship Weekend here in the Valley.